Good morning, everybody. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning on Valentine's Day, and I wanted to wish you all a happy Valentine's Day. And it's 19 degrees. So, I've got all my kids in here in the front room with me. In their chair, Robert Stephen, and Alana Michelle and Tink. And I am starting to work on a sweater outfit for Miss Alana Michelle. Since it was so cold, I changed her out of her dress that she came in, her little tutu skirt and little sister onesie, into a long sleeve onesie and the blue pants of Robert Steffens and his little white hoodie so that she could stay warm, and her hair is now sitting, it's in ponytails with her curls and ringlets. When she went to sleep, I had her hair braided up so that she wouldn't get a bad case of bedhead. But even still, it took about an hour to get her hair looking as pretty as it does right now. Once I got her changed and decided to bring the kids in here, I spent about an hour just brushing her hair out and making sure the curls looked just right. And then I got Robert Steffen and brushed his hair out, brought him in here, and then I brought Tink in here, and I've got them all under a blanket so that they can stay nice and warm. And over on the bench, behind and underneath that brown blanket, is Mischief, who, my little dachshund, he's hiding underneath the bench there, if you could see the bench. So here I am, curled up underneath the blanket, trying to stay warm. And where did I do with the? No, there it is. This is the yarn I'm working with right now for her little sweater thing. And once I run out of this, I will find a coordinating yarn to work with and go from there and have it stripes. Since right now, all I've got is, until I can get to the store and get some more yarn, is my bonbons and a bunch of scrap yarn. So I'm using up all the scrap yarn, and plus I'm also working with the bonbons. And I'm going to make her a little outfit with that. And I just got started on it a few minutes ago, so it's just a chain. And I was really, really glad that both Alana Michelle and Robert Steffen wear the same size clothes. Which I was wondering about that because she is 2 inches taller. But she's slimmer through the torso than Robert Steffen is. And I've decided I'm not going to reweight her. I'm going to leave her just like she is. Because she just looks pretty much perfect the way she is, and it would be a real hassle to take her head off in order to get the weighting beads into the body, and I wouldn't want to change the shape of her torso. So she's pretty much perfect the way she is, and so I'm gonna leave her alone. I'm not gonna do anything to her like I did with Robert Stephen. He got a makeover for his birthday and got reweighted, and his skin tones. He's got a little bit of a tan compared to her now. He's got his Choctaw coloring, so he's got the same skin tones I've got. And Alana Michelle is much fairer. She's a very pale peaches and cream colored skin tone, and I just like her just the way she is. So, but now I've got to do some experimenting with the Barbie-sized heads so that I can get the skin tones right for little Jay, because he's an half Asian, half Choctaw baby. And so his skin tone is going to be a little bit harder to properly do. The picture that I have of little Jay when he was a baby, he had very ivory skin tone. The very pale Asian ivory skin tone. But as he got older, he has tanned up a lot, and you can see the Choctaw in him. So, I'm going to have to pull out the picture I've got of him when he was about a year old and playing around on the computer, because that's the only color picture I have of him as a baby, I think. I may have to go on the computer and check the files for my family photo album and see if there's a picture there that I can work with. But I do have one picture in my photos that I've got loose that of him when he was little. So there's that. And so when I pull out the picture and the Barbie heads and what have you, start practicing on it, I will include that in a video so you can see what I'm doing. I learned when I did Kaylee's Dragon Eye Baby that working with the Barbie doll heads, before I ever started working on the Reborn, actually made it easier for me to get the skin tones right. So, I'm going to continue that practice. When I try a different skin tone, I'm going to work it out on the Barbie dolls. Barbie doll size heads. And the little practice heads that I got. One of these days, I'm actually going to get a body for a couple of those heads and make like a custom Barbie doll size doll. A custom fashion doll, I should say, because Barbie's a copyrighted name, but that size doll. And but okay, so my last video when I was letting you meet Alana Michelle, I was talking about the other doll kits I'm going to get. Well, what I'm doing with my dolls, all of my dolls are named after people in my family. Either the children I lost or somebody else in the family that has already passed on. Except for Little Jay. Little Jay is my nephew that is in college, that I've never had a chance to meet. So, and probably never will, so he might as well just, be as lost to me as everybody else. But, so of the girls girl dolls that will be included. One of them is going to be a Native American doll, and her name is going to be Maud Rose for my grandma, my great grandma Maud Moore. So, and my private nickname for her was Rose. And I got in a lot of trouble with my family because I used to call her Rose. And when I was talking about her online, and my little brother, bless his darling little heart, threw a bitch fit that lasted for about 6 weeks, lambasting me on Facebook until I had to block him. Because he was having a temper tantrum because there was no such person as Rose in our family, and according to Daddy, which Daddy had forgotten that there was a Rose. It was on my mom's side. Rose, I think the last name was Terwilliger, but he was one of my great-greats. And so, but yeah, so, but my private name for, my nickname for my grandma Maud was Rose, because she always impressed me like the wild rose. Very beautiful, brambling rose. You know, the brambling rose it's a very beautiful rose, and it smells really pretty, but it's got really prickly thorns. So, yeah. So her name is, that doll is going to be Maud Rose. And then there's going to be a doll named Jasmine for a little girl that kind of adopted Patrick as family years ago. So, but yeah, that's what's going on in my world today. And I hope you guys are having a really blessed, very happy Valentine's Day with a lot of really good surprises. And I'll talk at you a little bit later. My email's in the description below. NorwoodPatricia48@gmail.com if you want to get in touch with me. And my Patreon page. And we'll see you later. Bye-bye.